Hi, welcome to Empty Nest Creations. I'm Wendy, and this week I'm bringing you a thrift haul. As I stated last week, we went on vacation this weekend. We were gone for 4 days, and we went to the beach. We had a good time, but on the last day, I got a little dehydrated, and I'm struggling a little bit to recoup from that. So I haven't done a whole lot of anything since coming home. But we did go thrifting while we were gone, and I went thrifting a little bit before we left to go on vacation. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I picked up, and I've got a really exciting announcement that I'll make at the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So with that, we're just going to jump right into some of the things that I found, and I'm going to start with this stack of books. So of course I'm getting ready to switch my booth over to fall, and then shortly after that will be Christmas. And so I'm looking for some books that I can use as display pieces, book stacks. And so I got these beautiful yellow and brown books. There's 4 of these golden colors, and then I got 1 brown. I'm looking for a couple more brown or a darker green. I did get this green that I could use, and it's also gold here, so it would be great to put on top of a stack. And then I got these red books. All of these were $1 each, and I got to pick these up at the Habitat for Humanity. This one, I don't know what language it's in. It's not in English, possibly French, don't know. But I love the binding on this one. It's really pretty. And this is an older book. The inside is really pretty as well. But I picked it up just for the color. It's 1959 was when this one was published. So really pretty. These colors are going to be great just to use as risers in my booth, to lift things up and display them for the fall and Christmas holidays. And in that same vein, I picked these up, and they're actually VHS holders. So these are obviously probably from the 80s, maybe early 90s, and they have book titles on them. This one is The Fall of the House of Usher, and I can't read this one. Something cab. I don't know. I can't read it. Something in Kings. But I really liked the look of these. The bindings are really, really pretty. To just look at them, they do look like books, especially when they're stacked. So if we stack them with some other books, they will definitely look like books. But I love these because they do have the option to store something in them. And so I think that's a really cool thing. They don't open like a regular box, but I think that they will be, that someone can use them to use in their decor. And they can use them to put the remote in. I know when our grandkids come over, we like to hide the remote because they like to just play with the channels. And so it makes a good way to do that. So those were $1 each as well. And these also came from the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Okay. The next thing I picked up were these 2 pieces of art. I'm not sure if these are Homco or not. They kind of look like that style. The frames are plastic. The artwork is really nice. It is, to me, they look like fall. So, not sure if I'm going to change the art out or not. I am looking, I am looking for an oval frame for a Christmas project that I'm going to be working on. So I may use these for that. Not sure yet. But I may use the art in something else because I do think these, they look like watercolor. And they're nice. So I'll probably, if I use these frames for my other project, I will find something else to put the artwork in. But these were $2 each, which was a really good deal. Usually these are more expensive when I find them in the thrift stores. But these were pretty inexpensive, so that was a good find. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in my booth or if I'm going to keep it. I really liked this little lamp. It has a regular light bulb. A lot of times these smaller lamps just have that little, the little small bulbs in them. But this one has a regular light bulb. I like the candlestick look here, and I like that this bottom piece has some storage, so you could put like your jewelry in there at night when you go to bed. This was $3.99. I thought that was a really good deal. I have plugged it in; it does work. So yeah, I really like this lamp. All right, so we'll move into this box. So also at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, I found these, and I believe that these go on top of, they have a little square hole in the bottom. So I believe that these go on top of like a railing or, I don't know, they go on top of something. But I really liked these. I thought these were really cute. And I thought I could use them in just displays. And again, everything at our Habitat for Humanity is priced so well. I paid $1 each for these, and these are metal. They're very heavy. But I just think, like, if you set them just on top of a book stack, you know, as just an accent, or even, you know, laying it down on top of something, they could go in an arrangement. I think there's a lot of uses for these, and I really liked the look of them. So, and for $1 each, they were a really good deal. They do have, this one has some rusty age on it. So before I use them, I will probably spray them down with just a matte clear coat, just to make sure that that rust doesn't get on anything and doesn't transfer to the decor. I also picked up this little bucket. It says Joy on the front. It's got a little design on there. And this will be cute, maybe to put a Christmas tree in. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint it. I probably will, because the galvanized tin is not really in right now. But I'm gonna take this rope off for sure. But I can paint it, and maybe put a transfer on here, to make it Christmassy. I do have a couple of shows coming up in the next couple of months, so I'll be making some things for that as well. But like these little buckets make cute holders for trees at Christmas. Speaking of trees, I picked up these 2 trees at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. These are not bottle brush trees. They are just regular Christmas trees. They've got regular little branches on them that you can fold out. So these will be really nice to use in Christmas decor. And again, $1 each. Good deal on those. Um, Now these, I'm not sure exactly what these were for to begin with. I thought they were really cute. So they're a little Santa. Um, and it's got this little elastic bag in the back. And it's pretty wide. It may hold like a bottle in there, not sure, but they had 8 of these, and they came in a bag, 4 in a bag. I got both bags, $2 for each bag. I've got several great nieces and nephews that will be coming in for the holidays, so these will probably stay here. I have a feeling that I can put something in there, like maybe a can, like a vegetable can, and then fill it with treats. But those will be really cute. And for $2 each, that's going to make a nice little party gift for when the nieces and nephews come over. So those are really cute. And like I said, I have 8 of those. Alright, Habitat for Humanity still. I found these 2 little kitten stocking holders. These are absolutely precious. Their little hat comes down and you can hang the stocking here. Now this one has had an accident and been glued back together. They are dinged up. They're filled with, I guess, sand, and they've got this little, it almost feels like leather that's glued to the bottom. But these are super cute. They'll get a new paint job just to cover up any of the damage. Excuse me. On this one, I'll use some air dry clay to just cover up that where it was broken and some pieces are missing. Excuse me. So I'll fix that, give it a paint job, and these will be really cute in someone's home for the holidays. But I just thought those were really precious. Very different from any of the other ones that I've seen. So yeah, I thought those were really, really precious. So, and again, these were $1 each. Really good deal. Okay, staying with the Habitat for Humanity store. This was, someone had already packaged this up. It says train on the front. These are some of those really old wooden ornaments. And it's got 2 of the front of the trains with the Santa Claus in them. This one, the black piece is in here, it just fell out. So it needs to be glued back in, but the little smokestack. But it's got 2 of these. And then we have a couple of the train cars. And I think it was supposed to spell out Noel. And we have the O and the E. And we have the L. So I will just paint over those, maybe put something else in there to kind of cover that up because we don't have all the letters. But there's 3 little cars. Then there was this little plane with an angel. She fell off and one of her wings has come off, but it's in the bag, so we can, glue her back together as well. So I saw some little Christmas decorations made with these type of ornaments where they use the little kids box with letters on them. So like for this one, they might spell out train, and then you glue those to the top, and I thought those would be really cute. Here's a little wooden bell. I have a bunch of other ornaments like this that I purchased. So we'll be doing something fun with these for the Christmas holidays. There's this little sheep in here as well. He's kind of odd looking. His head is a little bit too big, I think. But all of these ornaments were kind of odd looking when they were, when they were made. So, but anyway, I got this little bag of ornaments for $1. I really wanted the train. All the others are kind of a bonus. So we'll find something to do with those. In our holiday decor. I got this little duck basket. It needs a little bit of repair. It had this little wire piece, so I assume that they had it attached to something. It just needs probably more of a paint job and a clean up than anything else. But this was $1. And then they had all of these little miniatures. These are ceramic. So here's a little snowman and a child. Here's the little well with snow on it. We have 2 children here. And then I also had these that were still in the package. So this is a man with a Christmas tree, and looks like some shopping, some gifts. And then here's a lady. And these came from, originally they came from True Value Hardware. I'm not sure, how old they are. It does say porcelain on the packaging. I don't know if you can see that. But I got all of these, the whole set, for $2. So I'll use those in some Christmas displays as well coming up. And then I also found this little candle. So this is a scented candle. Ooh, it smells really nice. It's like spiced. The little pumpkin scented candle. I like the muted orange of this. And this was $1.99. Now I got this at America's Thrift Store. And so I really like that. I like the difference, how this stem is different. But yeah, I thought for $1.99 that was a really good deal. And the candle has not been burned. So this will be nice to put in my booth as part of my fall decor. Then I picked up this sifter. Now this one looks kind of newer. I'm not sure if it is or not. It does have a wood knob. So it may be a little older. I'm not sure if they make them with the wood knobs anymore. But it looks new. So it'll probably get some age done to it, some aging done to it to make it look a little older. And then we're going to use this as some kitchen decor. This was $1.99. And then I found this rolling pin. And we're going to do some projects with rolling pins. So I've been looking for rolling pins, and I think I may have another one in one of these bags that we're going to look at. But yeah, this was, it says $5 on here, so somebody had it somewhere else. I don't know if it was a yard sale or in someone's booth, but we're gonna decorate this up for the holidays. But I paid $1 for this. So now some of these are going to be the things that we purchased on our trip. Nope, these are still America's Thrift Store here in town. So they had a bunch of this Christmas greenery. So these are like little wreaths. I'm not sure what store they came from, but this says snowy cedar and pine cone. And I got several of these. These were $1.99. So I got one of those. Let's see. Then I got 3 of these. These are snowy pine, mini pine cones, and red berries. Now these are like a little garland. And they were $1.99 as well. And I did get 3 of that style. And then I got 2 of this style. Let's see, it says 5 feet. Coiled garland, eucalyptus, pine, and white berry. So these will be great for my my decor that I'll be working on for my booth, as well as for my events that are coming up. And all of those were $1.99 each. I'm gonna save that for later. Let me grab this other bag. So these are the things that we picked up on our trip to the beach. We went to Orange Beach in Alabama, and we stopped in Foley. And if you were ever in Foley, there are so many wonderful thrift stores, just tons of them on that main road as you go into Foley, heading down towards Orange Beach. So if you're ever in Foley, please stop and check out the thrift stores there. So many of them support local ministries, and so but like I said, they're just really great. They have lots of wonderful things, and the prices are really, really good. So I picked up this little pumpkin, this wire pumpkin. It does have a candle cup here in the middle. I'm going to do something with this decor, update this a little bit. I may do something about the color. I'm not super fan of this this brown color, so we may paint this as well. But this was $3.50, and I just thought it was perfect for the fall season coming up, so I grabbed that. And like I said, we'll be doing something with this to update it. And then I also grabbed this pumpkin. Now this is a paper mache pumpkin. It's a nice size. It's not too big. I'm not a big fan of this stem, so we may do something with that. But I do like the crackle finish on this. It gives it a little bit of age. And I like the color of this one. It's more of a dark orange. But I think it will look nice with some of the other pumpkin items that I have. And this was just $1.50. And then here's another rolling pin that I picked up. Now this came from America's Thrift Store in Foley. And it's just a plain one. The other one has more of a decorative handle. This one's really plain, but like I said, we're going to do some projects with these coming up. And so I'm trying to collect as many as I can, so that we have plenty to work with. But this one was $2.99. And then Christmas items again. They had this cute little bag of figurines, and I just like using these around the holidays. So this is a little lady singing. She's an angel. See her little wings, and a little reindeer with a wreath around his neck. This one's just precious. I love it. Very vintage looking. But I bought the whole bag for this one because I love the look of this one. Christmas carols are my favorite, so music around the holidays is always fun. So there's this little Santa with a baby doll. Super cute. So I got that one. And then here's another Santa figurine. And these are all in perfect condition. He's got a little book. I don't know if that's his list of naughty and nice. But I thought that one's really cute. just a cute vintage Santa. This one does have a sticker on his foot with some writing. I'm not sure what language that is. I don't know if I can get a clear shot of that. But I'll look these up and see if there's any information on them. And then there's this cute little, I'm assuming it's just like a little snow baby ornament. He's got a little sock hat on. Not sure because he's got a little bit of hair up here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it's super cute. Little candy cane, little scarf with the pom-poms. So we'll find a use for that one as well. And then there was this little ornament in there. It says teacher special, or special teacher, that's what it says. And at one point this was marked for $6.50, and then it was marked down to $3. So we may do something with that as well, to just update it. I love that it's got little dried flowers. I don't know if you can see those. Little dried flowers in the bottom, but that's really cute. So this whole bag was $2.99. And I can use all of those figurines for something. Nothing else. I have trinket shelves in my booth. And so I'm always looking for things to display on those trinket shelves. And then I got this sap bucket. We will be upcycling this, just changing the design. We're going to be doing something for the holidays. So this will be changed up, but these are just great to put a little floral arrangement in for the holidays. If you had a tree with a tall trunk, you could put it in there, or like a tall bottle brush tree would be pretty in there as well. And this was $3. So those are the things I got at the thrift store in Foley. Now these are from our local America's Thrift store, and I picked up this little planter. Again, perfect vessel for a Christmas tree. So I'll be giving this a coat of paint, probably just something plain like black or a dark gray, and so it'll be just like a perfect space to put a tree. And this was $2.99. It is like, it looks, on the inside it looks like it's terracotta, but it's not. It's really light, and it may be some sort of plastic, but it's beautiful. It's in great condition, so we'll be using that. Picked up a couple of wood pieces. So this and this little trays. This one has some little metal feet on the bottom, but these will be getting an upcycle as part of the announcement that I'm going to make at the end. This little round one was $2.99, and this one was $3.99. Again, I always love wood pieces. They are great to upcycle and to have in different areas to use as risers to display things on. I also picked up this little bell. It was $1.99, and we'll be using this as in one of our Christmas projects coming up. So that was a good find. I found this metal plate. This is like the enamel ware, perfect for the holidays, with this beautiful red, this black trim. It's a little dinged up here and there, but again, I love this. It was 99 cents. So we will find a project for this as well. What else we got in here? Oh, this is gorgeous. Nothing is going to happen to this piece. I'm not sure where it came from. I got to do a little research. Poinsettias are one of my favorite things for the holidays. And this black with the poinsettias is beautiful. It's a pedestal bowl. It's got this red trim around the bottom and around this top edge, and then these beautiful poinsettias and holly leaves. This is gorgeous. Absolutely love this. Not sure if this is going to go anywhere. It may stay here with me. This was $3.99. And like I said, it's beautiful. It's got a raised detail with these little swirls in here. It's just beautiful. So this will be perfect for the holidays as well. Now, one of the things that I wanted to share is that I'm opening a new booth, and it's going to be in the same exact place where I already have a booth, Main Street Vintage Market in Millbrook, Alabama. And so a couple of things that I purchased at the thrift store are going to be for that booth. And in that booth, so I got these two of these little risers. These were $2.99. And then I got this set of their shelf and rod brackets, and I picked them up because I'm going to be mounting a shelf on the wall and hanging a rod under that shelf. And this booth will be specifically to sell IOD products. I have become a stockist for IOD, and so I'll be selling the transfers, the molds, the clay, the paint inlays, all those products. My order should be here tomorrow. So I'm super excited. I'm getting everything ready to go in that booth. I will also be selling those products on my website. So if you're in the market for any of the IOD products, then you can find them. If you're not local, you can find them on my website. That's emptynestcreation.com. And I'll leave the link in the description box below. If you're local, I would love for you to come shop at Main Street Vintage Market. This booth will be in the very front of the store. My other booth is towards the back, but I'd love for you to come out and see me. I'll also be putting in the description box some of the local events that I'll be attending over the next few months. So if you're local or if you're in the area, I'd love for you to swing by. I'd love to meet you and chat for a little bit. But that's my exciting news. I'm super excited to get that part of my business started. So again, if you're interested in any of those products, check out my website. I'll probably have things on there by this weekend. I gotta get the products in, get them labeled, and get them ready to go. And so that'll take a day or two to get that done. But I'm super excited about that. And so I appreciate you giving me some of your time. And I hope you enjoyed this content. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about all these thrift finds. And then also, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. I'm really close to that 500 mark, and I'd love to hit that before we get into the holiday season. I've got some plans for some really fun projects coming up. And so if you click that bell notification, it'll notify you anytime I upload a new video, so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Again, thank you for sharing some of your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.